I won't satisfy a desire. High or low, it doesn't matter. Give me your love, just do it better. I'm drowning in affections. I needed your attention. Oh, ain't no love, ain't no love, ain't no love in the fire. Give me love, give me love, give me love. It's my desire. When you look, when you look, when you look so amazing, I wanna take you to ain't no love, ain't no love, ain't no love.
All right, guys, what is going on? What is Gucci gang? Welcome to Market Maker Monday. Wild day, wild weekend, you know? Big gaps over the weekend, not a surprise. All of the big news, I guess, all that shit is always done over the weekend. Have y'all ever noticed that? Most of it is during the weekend. Why isn't that during the week? I don't know. But that is something to think about. Something to think about. What's good? Felix Jr. We got to get you a sniper badge, my friend. Mason, Naruto, Natasha will be here for a little bit. Marco, what's good? Victor, Marshall, Sean, Bazell, Josh, Remy, Jay, Bruce, Shay, Z, Zokjo, Toby. Appreciate that, Bazell. Noticed and read about it in Too Big to Fail. These things are always in tension, as you already know. Oh, yeah. It was good, Christian. TP smack today? Yeah. That's good. I didn't do a whole lot today. I didn't do a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Nothing too wild. Nothing too wild. But I did want to make some sort of prediction. You know, I always like teaching with live price. You know, if I get it wrong or right, you know, what type of mentor would I be if I didn't call trades in advance, right? So I opened up today with this morning. I said, don't be afraid to sit on the sideline. It's a very hard read, at least for my opinion, right? It's a hard read. It's difficult for me to find something that is high probability. There's a couple trades that I wanted to take, I didn't get in, you know, and then so we can discuss it. But you know what has really shined today? What has really shined today has been the inversion model that I taught you already. The inversion model that I taught you in the free beginner series. All right, if we look at gold, it's kind of hard to keep everything on one screen here. So we have some lows down here. We have this low just prior to that as well. So leading up, right, we had these lows, original consolidation. We ran higher. And then again, on this 1 minute time frame, it's a very small formation, but nonetheless, you do have a 1, 2, 3 formation right there. First high, second high, retracement, third higher high. See that? And I'll zoom in just to make sure. that you can see it. Okay, right here. 1, 2, small retracement, 3. Then we completely traded through all of that. And then there's the last imbalance. See that? And obviously, you know, look where we are now. We absolutely ripped off of that. Easily could have offered 1 to 2, 1 to 3, something like that in there. Beautiful reversal. So I still think there's a possibility we could go down here. The problem is there's two problems. Well, I wouldn't say problems, but there's two I don't know what I'm trying to say. If we look at silver, it doesn't align the same way. It just doesn't align the same way. We don't really have the same lows. We do have small time frame lows right here. But this is hard for me to say. And then on top of that, if you look just at the front contract, meaning just, you know, silver 1, right? That's not XAG USD, right? And so based on Oanda's silver, we have a bunch of highs up here, and it looks like silver wants to trade higher up to those price levels. So it doesn't align. It was a good 2020. Does that make sense, chat? It's not in alignment. It seems as if silver wants to trade higher, and the XAU USD, I have no idea, right? But gold futures, we have some highs over here, cleared that, right? Note where that inversion model is up here. Where is it? It's above previous highs, right? So look at that. Beautiful run above the highs. 1, 2, 3 formation. We break down, and it's that next retracement. Some up candles here too. Normal imbalance there as well. Up candle here, up candle here, and it all shit to bed, right? So I still think, again, that's a possibility that we could get on the future side, the front contract, 28.45 and below that. Okay, so do you guys see what I'm saying? What's good, Joe? Does that make sense with silver? Right, silver's kind of like, well, yeah, it could, maybe not, maybe, I don't know, we don't know. And then on top of that, at the moment, we are in the middle of the range of today, at least from these lows. So right near that 50%. Where does price tend to consolidate? Near 50% of ranges. So not to say I told you so, but there's a pretty good example. But if I had to pick a direction, I'd probably short. I'd probably look for shorts if it was me. What's good, Robert? Now, also, what is potentially in alignment with that is the dollar index. Okay, dollar index. So there was some levels I pointed out last night in the Discord. I think I pointed out the euro. I think I pointed out indices as well. And obviously, if I point into a lower euro, most likely higher dollar too. So 110.17 up here, that's the high of January. I told you that to me was probably a target, right? So if we go down to anything below a daily time frame, all right, you'll obviously see that gap here. So as per usual, we can cut those in half, and that will give us some information. We have the upper half, which is our premium. We have the lower half, which is our discount, right? So when we look at, let's go down into the trenches here. When we look at stuff like the inversion model or whatever model, What's good, Nikki? When you're looking at a certain, either a formation or an entry model, you know, shit like that, where it occurs, when it occurs, all that stuff is important, right? So 1, 2, 3, right? 3 or 2, well, 2 lower lows, right? Because we have a low and then a lower low here and then another low here. So that's 3. Make sense? That formation here is where it's in the discount end of the gap. Every concept has an inversion. Every concept has a premium and discount. You know this, right? So it formed in a logical place. Does that make sense? If dollar wants to trade higher, then to me that would be in alignment with the lower metals. So like I said earlier on gold, right? What has really shined today was the inversion model, the free model that I handed out to you, right? So dollar index, no exception. 1, 2, 3 formation in the lower half of Sunday's gap. Last imbalance got traded through. We trade back into it here. Now price does spend a lot of time here. I don't care for that. I don't always like that. I want to see an entry and go. But given the volatility, given the state of all that tariff shit over the weekend and everything, you know, things are pretty crazy. Your 1 to 2 would be right about there. And it might be hard to see because of all the colors, but that would pretty much be your 1 to 2 up here. So not quite there, but at least, you know, something like that would have put you in at a pretty decent price, whether it was longing dollar futures or shorting euro. Okay. So we'll take a look at that as well. Same thing as posted in the Discord already. 1 high, higher high, second higher high, which is that third high. We trade through that imbalance. There's the last one right there. Stabs into it a few times. Again, I hate that, but it still does trade lower. Okay. And I'm pretty sure, oh shit, that's a long. We don't want a long at the highs. 1 to 2 is right there. So 1 to 2, it's good for me. It's good for you, right? So we had one on golds. We have one on euro, you know. So why do I tell you these things? Because even in a environment that's difficult to read, or maybe there's heightened volatility, there's heightened uncertainty because of policies, new politicians, new presidents, whatever, tariffs, all that stuff, it still works, right? It still works. Drop a like on the stream. Appreciate that. We got 70 people, only 15 likes. That is not a good way to start February. That is not a good way to start February. What's your view on skipping Mondays? Do you find Mondays to be harder to trade? Mondays fucked me up most of the time. Well, if Monday's your worst day, then I would stop trading Monday. Until, you know, or maybe demo trade Monday and until you can get a better win rate or better, you know, better performance on Monday. Fridays used to be my worst day. Fridays used to be my worst day. And the trade that got me funded on Nasdaq a few months ago was on Friday. So I don't know. That's what I would do if it were me. Just cut it out altogether until you find something better for that day. Was good, Alex. Yeah, we're consistently getting more viewers. I like that. I mean, it was right after I bought a fucking car, but you know, whatever. Whatever works, man. Whatever fucking works. Whatever works, chat. How you got the different created lists on the top that you just need to click on that circle? Brother, what are you talking about? What are we talking about? You talking about the list up here, like majors, cross pairs, and stuff like this? Like, oh, Nasdaq, micro, and E-mini, and all that shit? Is that what you're asking about? Yeah, BG, this shit's ridiculous. Shit's ridiculous. I gotta spend goddamn $100,000 just to get fucking 20 more viewers on here. What the fuck is that? That's fucking crazy. You would think the skill set alone is enough. No, people want the flashy shit. Let me tell you something. You guys don't know what hypervigilance is, okay? You have no idea what hypervigilance is. Maybe some of you do. But that shit is not fun, mentally. I won't get into that today. I won't get into that today, but just look it up. Hypervigilance. Shit is absurd. Appreciate that, Shampoo. Appreciate it. Pop, I do not drive manual, bro. No. This actually has both. I can put it in manual if I want to. It'll never happen. It'll never happen. And yeah, George, I actually had a rosary in my the Cadillac that I had for a long time. It was a brown rosary to like match the inside of the car, but this car's black and white, so I got had to get one to match, you know. Appreciate that, Marco. Sounds like anxiety. It's fucking anxiety's anxiety. Yeah, Nikki, you're banned. Goodbye. Yeah, I really don't want to get into it, but I'll tell you this: you might have hypervigilance if you walk into a room or a building and you just do shit, like you look for the exits and you look around and see if anybody's like staring too long or shit. Like, just, you think everybody's out to get you, bro. You think everybody's about to fucking stab you, steal your car, and do donuts in your cul-de-sac. Cause I don't know. It's just, you can feel when people stare at you. And you can feel it. And it's very uncomfortable. Jesus, Cameron. It's not. How you got the list like your index futures list on your metals? Oh, up here? I don't actually remember. Oh, okay. So if you have your list, right? Like I have other lists too, like stocks and the Dow Jones list somewhere. I just star it. Like if I starred this one, it would add currency futures, but there's no, like, I could rename the list to an emoji, and that's why that's here. Like the index futures is the money bat, or the money whatever. The metals is the metals, and currencies currency, and the stocks are that little chart. That's how I did that. But I don't want that C right there because it looks stupid. You see what I'm saying? Like, I renamed it with the emojis to put the emojis up there. Is that what you're asking? I'm saying, BG, come in here. Just, on some off the wall shit, don't want to like the stream, like, golly. I mean, is everybody just hung over or what, dude? It's cool. It's cool. You can be hungover, dude. Fuck. I'm not tripping. I won't blame you, chat. I won't blame you. I will not blame you. Anyway, matter of fact, let's just go over what I was looking at today then, since we're already here. Just like I posted in the Discord, it was down in here. So this was a very interesting price movement. 920, we didn't really have anything going on, and then 921, all of a sudden we rally like 80 points on the Nasdaq, right? 83 points. Like, yo, what the fuck? We got a small dip right here, and this wasn't the last imbalance, it was this one. But obviously asking for that deep of a retracement is not, that ain't it. So we ended up trading into the higher one, right? When you have two, you trade the first one, right? So, and both of those do happen to be outside the parameters. Let's go back out to the daily. Both of those were outside the parameters of that weekend gap, right? And that was one thing I posted yesterday was some price levels, and I didn't really mean to mark this gap up here. It is important to know that it's there, but I'm not really paying attention to this gap at all, not today at least. But what I wanted to bring your attention to was if we were going to trade lower was 694 and 640, right? Those were some lows over here that the market potentially could have traded lower too. But I also gave you this gap, and that gap is very important information. And like I've been going over the last, I would say month, maybe 2 months, right? We've been talking about gaps, and when we trade beyond them, it's either going to be like what I call an extreme discount, or if we're above it, like an extreme premium, right? It's just another way of putting a logic to the price chart, right? Are we high? Are we low? You know, is price high or low, right? Right. So we had some lows down here. Pre-market low, that looks like just a low during London, whatever. And so we came down, right? At least this low here, and took that right there below 21,200, which again is the low end of Sunday's gap. So we technically, by the way that I taught you already, technically we're at an extreme discount. And so that inversion here was the long, obviously in hindsight, right? And so what I did is right after we started to get another candle, I wasn't surprised, but what I did is I put an order right there, like right at that inversion. I was like, okay, I'll put a stop right here, or excuse me, I'll put a buy right here with a stop at the low end of it, you know, and I'll target like this high or above that. And you can already tell them, I mean, the market never even came down for that. So I just watched it fly, hit that. I'm like, okay, well, no, I'll just pull my order then, because there's no point in keeping it there. So what do we do the rest of the day? I don't know. We've been stuck in this range. We did get a 1, 2, 3 formation up here, and we did retrace, pretty deep retracement, and we traded lower. I don't think this is going to be our high of the day. I think we would have traded lower by now if that was going to be the case. $9.21 candle. I knew straight away it was Trump. Yeah. Trump candles. I mean, to me, whether or not we can justify the news, because that's what most people try to do. Oh, you know, Trump this, Trump that, or something's going on in the world, this, that, and the third. I never look at that shit. I don't ever do that. What it does, though, is it does justify volatility, right? It justifies volatility. But if this was any other day, this would have worked just the same. And the candles may not have printed as large, right? But it still would have done the same thing, as in trade through the last imbalance, trade through this one, become an inversion to go higher, buying below like the gap low end, right, in a discount. It still would have worked, right? Price delivery is going to work no matter what the news is, or whether there's news or not. Hopefully that makes sense. Like, to me, it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know, he could have said whatever. I mean, hell, he could have just posted a meme or some shit and price would have done the same thing. Thank you, Mason. Thank you. So I don't think we've made a high day. ES, it's same thing, equally difficult for me to tell. And then Dow, shit, if anything, Dow has given us a beautiful opportunity. Number one, it hasn't traded to the high end of its gap yet. And number two, there's just clean highs up here. So that to me is going to be the magnet on price. I think it's going to want to pull up higher. So there's some lows here that got stopped at the tail end of lunch, and currently, you know, it's trading higher. So I would not short indices is what I'm telling you. Yeah, Cameron, he just kind of helped get price to where it was already supposed to go. I mean, but that's my opinion. You know what I mean? Everyone's always open to agree or disagree. You know, it's, again, not to like beat a dead horse here, but you know, you buy a nice car and some people will agree and some people won't. Some people, oh, I would never spend that much money on a car. Hey, I get it. I do. I get it. But, you know, we all have our own opinions. Big ass flag up here too. Big ass flag up here. So that's where we're at currently, right? So we'll see if dollar goes higher. It's weird because indices look like they're gonna go higher too, and then we'll see if the metals trade lower, right? We'll see. So I know I'm kind of all over the place today, but it's a difficult day, chat. It's a difficult day. Yeah, Marco, that's a good one. That sounds like something an old philosopher said. Yeah, Josh, I agree. I mean, everybody wastes money somewhere. I mean, you're either buying dumb shit or, you know, tying up money somewhere. I mean, you can't take it with you, Chad. You can't take it with you. And it's not like you buy a car and it goes to zero, right? It doesn't just like, oh, you spent all this money on a car and then now it's worthless. That's not how it works, you know? It's going to hold value. It may not be 100% of the value, but still hold something. We got a big flag over here too on silver. If there was no stream, like if I didn't stream today, honestly, I would just do something else. I would not watch this shit. I really wouldn't. I went to a shit. All right, well, never mind. I was going to show you, I went to a used bookstore a couple weeks ago and I got some old books. And I want to check some of those out because I would rather do that. I think I'd have more fun doing that than trying to find something here across the board on anything, on silver, on gold, on indices. Shit, I guess if we had to pick one, we can watch Dow, because I just think that one has the cleanest set of highs. So yeah, that's what will work. What the fuck? What is this, dude? This is... yuck. Yuck, Jen. But that's what I'm referring to. We made some lows, routed a little bit, engineered lows, boom, sank it, wick down there many, many times. Imbalance here, there's two of them. It did trade to the lower one. Rallied, another imbalance here, and it has been trading higher. So, down candle here. I'm just gonna watch this. I'm not telling you to trade it. I wouldn't buy this anyway, just because RR is dookie shit. But we'll see. I'm not sure what this level is up here, but you've got the highs here. You've got Sunday's gap here. You know, depending on how bullish we are, I guess we have some old equal highs up here too. Some old equal highs way up there, just kind of hidden back there, just chilling. So I'll leave this here for a minute. If it was a boat, I might give you some smoke. The only thing about boats is like the rent space, you know? I'm just not with that shit. And then the repairs on a boat, yeah, no thanks. No thanks. Just started Laws of Human Nature and We Who Wrestle with God. Mason, you're taking on two behemoths of a book at once. You're insane. You're insane. And I only know that because I tried to do that too. It's very difficult. I have like 15 open books right now, dude. It's don't do it. Don't get used to doing that. Grabbed a random book off your Amazon because I needed to spend more for free shipping. See? Mason gets a gold star today. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Good shit. I need that 25 cents, 15 cents of commission. You know what I'm saying? Need it. Need it, dog. I'm about a third through that one. Enjoyed it, but I got to break out the dictionary all the time. Josh, are you talking about Robert Greene or Jordan Peterson? Because I think Jordan Peterson, I have to pull out the dictionary a number of times. I think Robert, ooh, that's a hell of a candle right there. Robert Greene writes for a more general audience. He doesn't really use big words that much, and I like it. I think it's easier and faster to read. But Jordan, he uses big words, big language. It's a lot more intellectual, and it takes longer to read. It's more difficult, but there's more depth to it. So you have to pick and choose, you know, what would you rather have? Would you rather easily get through a book? It's not shallow either. I mean, it's good, but with Jordan, it's gonna take longer. It's gonna be more difficult, but there's more depth to it. And when you finish either one of those, if it's a book like Robert Greene or Jordan Peterson, even like 12 Rules for Life, if you finish a Jordan Peterson book or a Robert Greene book, you will feel very accomplished. Very accomplished, because you're like, oh shit, I just finished this brick of a book. And it makes other books a whole lot easier, because you're like, oh, this is way smaller, way shorter, way easier. But yeah, it is definitely a challenge. But you can do it. You know what I'm saying? You can do it. For some reason, we've spent a lot of time here. We stabbed into it here, again, here, again, here, again, here. Finally through it. Now we're into this inversion again. That's interesting to me. I don't always know everything, chat, but sometimes this kind of shit just, it's intriguing to me. It's like, why are we doing that? Something about that is suspicious. Do y'all look at price like that? Have you ever looked at it like, why is it doing this specifically, right? Why this imbalance specifically? And sometimes I just don't know, bro. Sometimes I just don't know. But this is very intriguing. We just have hit that imbalance many times. Finally got through it, and we traded to the low end of it only to the extent of this previous gap over here. Yeah, again, that's interesting. You know what I'm saying? I find that intriguing. And they say, oh, there's no, some fucking retard posted on, like I think it was an Instagram reel or something. He's like, how can you know where the liquidity is if you don't look at book maps? It's like, well, first of all, that shit can be spoofed. Secondly, there's dark pools, so there's going to be activity that's not going to be reported for another few hours. So let's fucking start with that. Number two, why don't you just look at logical levels where most people place their stops? Above equal highs or above equal lows? Like, what do you mean, where's the liquidity? It's right fucking there. What are you talking about? I challenge you to ask anyone you know. There is no challenge. That's not a challenge at all. A real challenge is getting a better fucking answer than me. How about you do that? All right, enough ego. Enough ego. But there's your fucking challenge. How about that? So anyway. Yeah, none of these indices have done too much. $12.40. So we're going to have our macro in like 10 minutes. We'll see where price is at during that time. We'll see. The concepts he's covering require the correct words, and he's obviously very intentional in his choices. Well, yeah, in 12 Rules for Life, he talks about choose your words carefully. All right, Josh, well, you said it, not me. If you're an oil field guy or whatever, I think you would like Landman, that show with Billy Bob Thornton. I think it only has like one season. I just watched it. It's very crude. It's absolutely not a family show at all. It's like 21 and up. You know what I'm saying? But I think you would like that show if you're a oil and gas guy. Wow, I mean, wow. RIP shorts, high time frame, too easy to see it. Yeah, like I said, I mean, a few minutes ago, I would not short the indices at all. Not here, at least. I wouldn't do that. Oh, wife loves it. I can't watch it. They got too much stuff wrong. Oh, of course. It's a TV show. There's got to be drama. I'm sure like Yellowstone probably got a lot of shit wrong too. And that's how, I mean, Billions, it's the same thing. You ever saw their computer screens on that show? It's the same computer screen every time. It's like, wow, this is the computer, like the numbers and stuff haven't moved in like 4 seasons, bro. What kind of shit is that? They should have invited me on that bitch. They should have been like, hey, John, why don't you pull up some stock charts for us? Oh, fuck yeah. All right, bet. Let's do this and that. Boom, boom, boom. That'd have been some cool shit. But nah, they just threw up some default fucking slideshow bullshit. Ooh, Mason watched The Matrix for the first time this weekend. What'd you think about The Matrix? What'd you think about the greatest movie of all time? What'd you think about the single greatest movie of all time? There's some equal lows there. Where's the liquidity? Probably sitting right there. Probably at 393. So that's probably going to get stabbed into before this goes higher. If it does. Or, if I'm wrong, on a little bit of a higher perspective, there's some lows down here too. And those are very, very close together. So one could argue there's quite a bit, actually. There's quite a bit. We have some highs over here. We got some equal lows here. We have some almost equal lows down here. So that's where the majority of the liquidity is going to be out. Up here, high of day, and these lows as internal range for anyone who was long this morning. Probably here. Okay, so no fucking book map, no bitch map required. How you like that? Bitch ass book map. How about that? But again, look, no offense. If you like it, if you use it, if it works, go for it. But you don't need it. You don't need it. When have you ever seen me do it? When have you ever seen me use Bookmap? You ain't never seen that shit. Never. Imbalance here. Again, I'm just watching. I'm not trading this fucking environment. I'm not doing it. I'm just watching price today. We haven't even followed up on gold real quick. Oh, it hasn't done anything. It hasn't done anything, chat. But yeah, you've never seen me use Bookmap, bro. You've seen me use Logic. Oh, there's that 420 level. Can't escape it. Can't escape it. There's that 420 level. You can't escape it, baby. Can't do it. Oh, the sequel? Yeah, the sequels are booty cheeks. The sequels are not. They're not good. They're just not good. But the first one is goated. Absolutely. I can tell you all, it is points of interest. So you're paying for the markup of the market open, daily open in New York and London and highs and lows of day. All right, well, I guess those equal lows are not it, big fella. But now do you see why I started this stream and I started even the day saying it's a hard read for me today. It's a difficult read. Did I not say that? And I told you earlier, I'd rather go read a book. I'd rather not trade this. I just wouldn't want to do it. Jesus, look at that 5 minute. What the fuck? Hold on. Hold on, chat. Hold on. I was trying to see what this was reaching down and into. And I guess it was this right here, right? The low, high, lower, low manipulation. I guess it came down and into this. And I guess that was the low right there. Not a big deal. About a minute and some change, or 2 minutes until we get the 1 p.m. macro. You guys ready for that? 21,474. Oh shit, that's Nasdaq, isn't it? 21,474. That's up here somewhere. 474. Oh, that's right here. 474, which helps me to take profit on longs. Well, Ricky, that's what I'm saying. We know there's liquidity at high of day. I said earlier, I don't think we've made a high of day. So anyone who's trying to short, that's where their stop's going to go. Well, not all the stops, but that's where a lot of stops are going to be. So there's going to be a ridiculous amount of buy stops just chilling right there. And we also help confirm that idea by Dow having these clean highs. Not that Dow leads Nasdaq, but if they're both showing that they're likely to trade in one direction over another, then that's, you know, high probability. That's, you know, synchronization, if you will. So that makes sense. But I don't need a book map to tell me that the orders are there. I know they're there. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, if it helps, it helps. You know, if you like it, if you're making money, then who fucking cares? Who cares? If you're making money, who gives a fuck? Simple as that. Is that right, chat? Drop some ones if you guys agree. Drop some ones if it makes money. Who cares? Who cares? All right, 1250 is here. 1250 is here. Let's see if this well, Ricky looks at 1245, which is right here, but nonetheless, we're gonna borrow that and look at that down candle to see if that springboards us up there. Because now that we came down for this, some short-term lows, we'll see if that is the excuse me. We'll see if this is the launching pad to go higher. I just need something to work about 60% of the time. If it does that, it's good enough for me. Well, so I don't know if Jordan D's in the chat. I haven't seen him today. But what I can tell you is we did start the document for the macros. What you guys should do, if Jordan and I don't do it, if you guys want to do a study, you should study the inversion model. Like what I showed you on gold, what I showed you on euro, and just back test, because you have the data already, but just back test it on a 1 minute time frame. You could do 5 minute time frame as well, but I would, if you're going to do that, I would have it as a separate study. One study for the 1 minute, one study for the 5 minute, and just see 1 to 2s, 1 to 2s only. No holding for equal highs or equal lows, just simply 1 to 2, 1 to 2, and see what the win rate is on that. Or if you don't want to backtest, just do it moving forward. If it takes liquidity and has an inversion, right? It's the first one. Once that gets traded through, that's the long or the short. After taking a higher low, correct? Right. That would be basically the low risk short or the low risk buy of a market maker sell model or buy model. You can't have a low risk short on a buy model. That doesn't work. The low risk short is on the sell model and the low risk buy is on the buy model. And see what the win rate on that is. It's definitely not going to be 100%. It's probably going to be, if done correctly, I'd say anywhere from 60 to 70%. I would say between 60 to 70%. But I could be wrong. That's just a guess. But if you have a 1 to 2 RR, you really only need like a 50% win rate to be blessed. Make 2%, lose 1%. Make 2%, lose 1%. Over and over and over and over again, and your account is going to fucking, you know, no income claims or anything, but I'm sure you could put 2 and 2 together. So 1254 almost. Yeah, Dow 1 minute chart, dude, sometimes can be a bit tricky. You see how many gaps there are? You see how many imbalances there are? It's wild. It is wild. So we're pretty much coming up on the last 5-minute candle of the hour. Which is this one right here. What other questions you guys got? What else is it, chat? All right, no questions. That makes my job easier. Macro about to provide as usual. I mean, we're going to see. We're going to see. Naruto, the only person that asked me what I do was the ladies at the bank. She was like, oh, what do you do? I was like, my best, bitch, subscribe. No, I'm playing. I'm I'm totally joking. Don't ever call women bitches, but nah, they were cool. They were all smiling and everything because the money counter was going off for a while, but most people don't. It was the kids really that enjoyed it more than anybody else. The kids in the neighborhood. They followed me around. They got on their bikes and followed me around, and I did like a U-turn and went to go talk to them and stuff, and they were all excited. They're like, "We love your car." I'm like, "Fuck, me too. Me too." I didn't drop the F-bomb in front of the kids, but I was just like, "Yeah, it's super fun." And then, not yesterday, but the day before, the car's very low to the ground, so I can't reach the button to get into the gate. And so somebody lined up behind me, so I had to do like a circle. And I was like, "Hey, here's the gate code." And they were like cutting me off, like, "Oh, nice car, nice car." I'm like, "Thanks, but can we get in the fucking gate, please?" So, but nah, yeah. I haven't really gone. I haven't been going around cruising, pulling up to like red lights and stuff. And all that. When I go to the grocery store, I park way in the back, so nobody like. By the time I walk inside, nobody knows that one's mine. But that's it. Yeah, Nikki, you're banned again. Rami, I have a free beginner series that you can check out if you want to watch that. We're coming up on the open and close of the hour, or close of this hour, open of the next hour here in just a few seconds. And I don't have any opinion on Trump and Trudeau that are gonna speak. I mean, I think we might see volatility, sure, but wouldn't bother me. I still think 663 and above is on the table. No, I'm not doing the paper trading challenge, Cameron. Would you ever enter to do the Robbins Cup? Probably not. Probably not. I think it just creates too much pressure for people. I don't, I just think it creates too much pressure, because then if you ever get on the board, then everybody knows. Then it's like, oh, everybody knows you're up this percent. Don't fuck it up. And I don't want that type of stress, bro. I know it seems crazy. Like, nah, you're good, bro. You're good. Dude, I'm a fucking human, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not perfect. You guys understand that? I get it wrong. I take losing trades too. Like, I'm not this perfect, fucking trader, okay? And I just don't want to be under that amount of pressure, especially when you're someone like me who steps out in front of people, who live streams for people. Like, boom, there's 663. Where's the liquidity, bro? You need the book map, bro. You don't need a fucking thing, but some skills, my boy. You need some skills, my boy. What did we talk about earlier? That the Dow's likely to go higher. It has the cleanest highs. There's your fucking highs. Where's the liquidity? Right there. It's where I say it is, bitch. You don't need no shit. Okay? How about that? Nah, but to be fair, I did get it wrong, because I told you there was equal lows right here. And I thought we were going to sweep that before going higher, and we didn't. Oh, Nasdaq, 474. Boom. How hard is that? Where's the liquidity? It's where the fuck I say it is. I'm just kidding. That's very egotistical, but I like having fun, chat. I don't know what to tell you. I really, really enjoy having fun. Okay? If we took everything off, okay? If we took everything off here, right? What's that look like? And in case you were wondering, I didn't show you this on purpose, but in case you were wondering when I was looking at the screen, what I was looking at was this. That right there. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Well, first of all, I didn't know if that was going to hold or not. So there's that. But no, original consolidation. Okay. Distribution. Redistribution. So this here was manipulation. Yes. I gotta sneeze again. What the fuck, dude? All right. Never mind. This is a very wide level of distribution. I will not argue that it is. Original consolidation, leg 1, leg 2, manipulation. So either this is the low risk buy, or you could look at this as the low risk buy. Old levels of distribution become accumulation. First leg, oh, fuck. I would say, I guess, first leg somewhere in here, and then this was the second leg to go higher. So a little janky. I'm not gonna lie to you, it ain't picture perfect. It ain't picture perfect, chat. I can agree. Okay. But after manipulation is the low risk buy here or here, right? First stage accumulation. And then this wasn't really a consolidation all that much if we include this, but second stage to go higher. So it's kind of shitty. It's a very shitty, warped, you know, it just melted, right? It's kind of like if you ever kept a piece of chocolate in the car and it melted and got all warped. That's kind of like what this is here. It's very warped, but it still presents what? The fact that the markets still trade from liquidity to liquidity, right? And the roadmap was still the same. It was still there. It's just that inversion didn't hold. And the reason that it didn't, like I was saying earlier, I wouldn't long this down candle here because it's too late, right? Why would I say some shit like that? Because, well, number one, you gotta look at the logic. Okay, here's our logic. Oh, that's the wrong shit. I'm sorry. Okay. Where does price tend to manipulate? It's in the video, you already know. I told you it typically manipulates between 75 and 50%. Before the move occurs, it typically comes back for lows in that area. Hello. Hello. Where's the liquidity? Where I already told you it was. I already told you the market sometimes will take lows between 75 and 50% on the way higher. Did it do that? Yep. Where's the liquidity? Where I already told you they are. No book mat required. Go watch that video I put out months ago. I told you. Boom. Come on, baby. Come on. Where's the liquidity? Right there. Right there. Now, they weren't obvious. The more obvious they are, I like them. These are kind of hidden in there. But nonetheless, short-term lows, mitigation for the run above the highs, which we already talked about. Nasdaq, I got wrong in front of you guys. I'm not going to hide it. I'll straight up tell you, I got it wrong. I looked at those lows when we got close and said, well, that might take that before going higher. And it didn't do that. So I got it wrong. I told you guys I'm not perfect. I told you that. And I'm not going to try and hide it. Like, oh yeah, let me not mention Nasdaq. No, no, no. I'll tell you exactly what I got wrong. And that was it. That was it right there. That's what I got wrong. There's still liquidity there though. And there's still liquidity down here too. Dollar, did we go higher? Kinda. We did a little bit. And we gave it all back. Let's talk about gold as well. Did gold trade lower? Not really. It's trying to set a Guinness World Book Records for like the biggest triangle that we can form in a fucking day. Like, just look at that. General lower highs and higher lows. Like, bruh, what are we doing? What are we doing here, chat? What are we doing, gold? What are we doing? So yeah, I'm glad I didn't touch this bullshit. But anyway, it's after 1 o'clock. I'm gonna go and have a really nice lunch here in a bit, and that's gonna be fun. So it's like a mix between Puerto Rican food and Chinese food. So we'll see how that goes. But did you guys have fun? Drop some 2s in the chat if you had fun today. I know the ego might have slipped a little bit. I'm sorry. I'm not perfect. Okay. I'm John. Jonathan came out for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I had to bring it back. All right. But when you have fun, when you actually know what you're doing, it gets fun, chat. It gets fun. The 5-minute time frame was definitely a what the fuck is going on? But we still found something in this muddiness. Right? Still found something in the muddiness of today. Now, maybe some people out there took some banger trades. I didn't. But I told you, I teach with live price, no matter what, no matter the conditions, no matter who's speaking or what's going on, conflict around the world. I don't care. I'm still going to tell you what I think about price. Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? I'll either be right or wrong. So today I got it partially right, partially wrong, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. We didn't really spend a lot of time on ES today. Not really. But very similar characteristics. Lows, swept, tail end of lunch, mitigation here. Look at the... I can't see that, chat. I can't see that. Okay. We trade outside of it here, and then we trade outside of it again. Once we actually got above it, though, just like Dow, it came back, short-term lows, swept, bodies respecting it, and reaching, I don't think it made a new high of day yet, but aiming for something similar. That looks like it's getting ready to get taken here in the next couple minutes. And when did it deliver, chat? When did Dow deliver? We talked about it. We talked about macro, smack dab in the middle of the fucking macro. Boom. Time, price, context. Y'all be blessed. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Another one. DJ Khaled. Scratched $1 million off my checklist 3 years ago. At 2 zeros to the 1, I'm in a different mode. This my life, do what I want, I be with different hoes. You know the pick and roll, I picked her up and sent her home. I got rich out strong, we get them in and get them gone. You know Trappy just got out, ain't have to put them on. We the ones who got the numbers to put the city on. It's the middle of the summer, I got a hoodie on. My demon time ain't nothing nice. I try not to wear nothing tight. I came up off of shooting dice. Yeah. My little brother ain't living right. My sister them doing alright. My cousin them still serving life. Yeah. Seen the robber digging. I seen the preacher get caught for cheating. I break the bank for one of my people. I said I'm the one they didn't believe me. I show them the facts, now they all need me. I'ma get cake as long as I'm breathing. They making it hard. This shit really easy. Yeah. I'ma turn up on a hater every chance that I get. I want the biggest watch that they got, don't care if that shit hurt my wrist. All these hoes fuck on us all, I wish I would claim that bitch. They get hard when they get guns, we got a hood full of sticks. Soon as they say we can't come, you know we'll run around that bitch. You can mix me with that shit, you know I live in the mix. Money, cars, and clothes and hoes, you know I live in the mix. Money, cars, and clothes and hoes. Yeah. She think I'm a regular rapper, I'm not. One person come tell me we fucking, you block. Watch me run this shit to the tip of the top, yeah. Keep going. Put my kids in Givenchy, she must ain't 1 + 1 is 3. I can't support your personal needs. She don't got a mortgage, moved in with a need. These niggas be capping, them cars be leased. Youngers in charge, I speak for the streets. I would nod and nod, they woke up a beast. Struggle what made me, we used to have water for dinner. We didn't have nothing to eat. Soon as I get on his ass, they gon' look on me bad. I'm like, damn, he was fucking with me. Yeah. I'ma turn up on a hater every chance that I get. I want the biggest watch that they got, don't care if that shit hurt my wrist. All these hoes fuck on us all, I wish I would claim that bitch. They get hard when they get guns, we got a hood full of sticks. Soon as they say we can't come, you know we'll run around that bitch. You can mix me with that shit, you know I live in the mix. Money, cars, and clothes and hoes, you know I live in the mix. Money, cars, and clothes and hoes.
I'm from the trenches, niggas be tough on the net, but really be there for attention. Bitches be talking like they really rich, but really be begging me under my pictures. I give her 40, 50,000 cash to start up a business. I spend that shit at the dentist. I'd rather fucking impale but rent for a year, just to get out of her feelings. I'm in the Lambo truck in my hood, nobody gon' tell me shit. Going to Cali, I pick my weed for sure, nobody gon' mail me shit. Dice game, crops a CeeLo, I need cash, don't sell me shit. Baby got his hood, I'm smashing, you can tell they really rich. Drop the low, ain't no room right now, I took her to the O. Then I put up on the lamb, cause she a fan of Booney Mo. I got the city on lock, fucking up all the ops. I be around with $3 million in jury, I'm standing on all the blocks. This an anthem, dropping the 6 in the phantom, Black Rose truck with the all-white century, mammy, I'm sitting on Panda, I love my cousin, she was a dancer. I love my brother, he was a scammer. Sit on my lap cause I'm pulling her tracks, and I fuck on the back cause she calling me handsome.
I'ma turn up on a hater every chance that I get. I want the biggest watch that they got, don't care if that shit hurt my wrist. All these hoes fuck on us all, I wish I would claim that bitch.